So we've been telling you guys for years that we want to be your resource for anything you need. One of the things that a lot of you need is a really good general contractor, and that is Derek. We've been working with him for years. We're going to show you the house we're standing in right now. He's been working on for a couple months. It is absolutely gorgeous. So we'll do a quick video walkthrough to show you all that. But the reason that we love this man is that he does what he says he's going to do, when he says he's going to do it, for the price he said he was going to do it for. And his communication is fantastic, which is, I'm sure you've heard horror stories about contractors. Like, that is always the big complaint. He's really good at it. So we're going to answer, he's going to answer. I'm going to ask questions. He's going to answer them because we know you guys have a bunch of questions about how contracting works. So we'll do that next. When do people need a general contractor?
I believe if you have multiple trades and multiple contractors working simultaneously on a project, you need a general contractor to help schedule the timeline, control the contractors, and help everything layer together so it's a more seamless process.
Manage the entire process.
Correct.
You're the quarterback.
Yes.
Got it. All right, so somebody's decided they need a general contractor. How do they go about the vetting process?
Right. So you can start by verifying the contractor on L&I. It will show that they're licensed and bonded and have insurance.
Okay.
Next, I would trust your gut. If you meet with them and you feel uncomfortable, you will probably feel uncomfortable the whole duration of the project.
These people are going to be in your house. You want to be comfortable. Okay, so license and insurance are really easy. What's a bond?
A bond is a financial guarantee that if something's left incomplete or they bail on you, that you can get reimbursed.
All right, so if your gut's wrong or you fail to trust your gut, you can get money back and go get the job finished.
Right.
Got it. What should people expect in terms of a contract?
Right. On smaller scale projects, even just accepting their estimate is a legally binding financial agreement.
Okay.
On larger scale projects, we will draft a larger contract with more information. You'll want to include a notice to customer, which means that we can put a lien on your house if we are not paid.
You have to pay your bills, people. That's an easy one. Okay, nice.
There should be a clear start and finish date, a payment plan, how much to deposit, how much throughout the course of the project.
Scope of work, all that good stuff.
Scope of work.
Change fees, all these things.
Change orders.
Okay.
Cost plus model.
All right, so it's gonna lay out all the stuff.
Right.
And it's going to be a fairly lengthy document if you're doing something like this where you knock down walls, move kitchens, all that crazy stuff.
Right.
Okay. So you're going to come to my house and do a bunch of work soon.
Yeah.
How are we going to start that process?
First step is to establish a budget.
Okay.
We propose an itemized budget so you can see each item and task in chronological order of the project. And our business model is cost plus, meaning we will give you the materials and labor at our contractor pricing plus a percentage markup, which I believe is more transparent than some contractors give hard bids, which is just a fixed amount, which I feel incentivizes them to cut corners, use cheaper materials, go too fast.
Well, and I have no idea where my money is going in that scenario too.
You don't know.
And on yours, I can see, I mean, I've seen your bids before and it's very clear.
Yeah.
Where everything's going.
It's more transparent.
It's more transparent. And then if I overshoot my allowance, it's my fault. And I'm aware of that as I'm doing it versus like the other way, I feel like you could just start with one budget and it ends up like way high.
Right.
And that's we get that complaint constantly.
Yeah.
Is that a fair assessment?
That's fair.
Okay, that's fair. When should people expect to be handing you a check?
Right. We will need to accept a deposit ahead of time.
Okay.
Depending on the duration of the project and the scope of work, if it's several months, we usually do 30% down to 30% progress draws throughout the course of the project, and the final 10% or remaining balance upon completion.
Okay.
Other smaller projects, you might expect 50% down, 50% on completion.
Got it. Talk to me about red flags. When should people run?
Right. Did the contractor take measurements? Did he look in the attic, crawl space, check the panel, anything in the scope of work that he would need to know to give you an accurate proposal?
Crazy. You need to measure to give an accurate proposal?
You need to know.
Weird. Okay, what else?
Do they have pictures showing their work?
Okay.
Can they provide references of previous projects?
I'm your reference. We got that covered. This is easy stuff, guys. All right, you've been in this house for about 4 months. You're almost done. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Can you walk us through and just tell us what you did?
Sure. Every square foot of the main level has been redone, from the bedroom doors all the way down to the basement.
Wow.
All new millwork, doors, lighting, new powder room, structural beam and post.
Okay.
All got wrapped. More millwork, and we framed in their formal dining to give them a scullery room.
I don't know what that is. Show us a scullery.
It's like a butler pantry, but more.
You could just say that.
That'd be too easy.
That would be too easy.
So here they have their closet, they have their pantry, they have butler sink, arts and crafts station, more room for small appliances, dog station, the works.
That's awesome. All right, now we know what a scullery is.
They retained a formal dining. We rearranged the kitchen, added these sweet transom windows, and my favorite part,
Ooh, this is
the
pretty.
family room. There was nothing here before. We framed in the fireplace, brought in gas, custom cabinets, millwork.
All of these
brick,
built-ins are brand new.
all new.
Cool. And you told me that part of this house, they had hardwoods in the kitchen, but when you remove that wall, on the other side of that was carpet.
Right.
And now it's all hardwood.
Yeah.
And you cannot tell where the line was. It looks like it's always been there.
Yeah.
So you were able to save part of these hardwoods, save them money, make it all gorgeous, and you can't tell.
Yeah. No sense in tearing out good material.
Yeah,
The flooring guys were able to lace it in and make it all seamless
that
with
is
a refinish.
amazing. It is amazing the extent to which you cannot tell that anything's happened here. Nice work.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, we know why we love you. Why do you think, what makes you different?
I think we offer an exceptional value.
Yeah.
Our level of quality with cost.
Yep.
I think that really sets us apart. We take great pride in our craftsmanship. I've been told I'm a great communicator.
The man answers his phone. We love that.
That is essential on a project.
It is. It really is.
And at the end of the day, we really care on the finished product.
They do. They run their business like ours. It's by referral. So he doesn't want to just come over and do one project at your house. He wants you to be so happy that you recommend him to all your friends, just like us. That's why we get along so well.
Unique New York. Unique New York.
What was the question?
Verifying. Sure. It's good.
Any more vocal warm-ups?
We're gonna play a little game called What's That Tool?
Strictly for your amusement.
All right, Kiana.
Uh-huh.
Here we have,
A triangle?
funny, it's actually a square.
Ah!
This is a speed square.
That's not. It's a triangle, but it's called a square.
It's a square.
Okay.
Next tool.
Next tool. Oh, it looks like an instrument you would use to do dental surgery. I have no idea.
On a mammoth. This is called a cat's claw. You use this to pry out nails and other fasteners.
Okay, a cat's claw. I don't think I've ever seen one of those before. Not a dental instrument.
Next,
What's next?
we have,
Stud finder.
got it.
Ha
Working.
Scissors?
Tin snips or shears.
I was so close. I feel like I should get parcel points on that one.
Half a point.
Half a point. I don't know what that's not easy. What is this damn thing?
That is a slick plane,
It says slick plane on it. I guess maybe I should have read it.
and it helps ease the edges of material to help give you a perfect rounded edge.
Okay, well, I didn't know that one. Chisel?
Chisel.
Nice. Tape measure? Oh, it's a chalk string thing.
Chalk line.
Oh, half a point.
Close enough. 10 points for Gryffindor. It's that spring knapsack.
I had another idea that was inappropriate.